Today we talk about ratios. And what is a ratio? A ratio uses division to compare two quantities. You can write the ratio of two quantities A and B as A to B. That's the first way. You can also write like this, A to B. And finally, you can write A divided by B. So that's A to B, A to B, A to B. Each ratio is read the ratio of A to B. So this reads the ratio of A to B. Now let's do an example. A volleyball team plays 14 home matches and 10 away matches. Find the ratio of home matches to away matches. And what do? You say home matches to away matches. And home matches are, a volleyball team plays 14 home matches and 10 away matches. Or you can simplify this. What number is common between 14 and 10? Now if I divide this by 2, and I can divide this by 2, so that my ratio will be 7 to 5. And this is your answer. So you can say that this team has 7 home matches to 5 away matches. A second example, a football team plays 25 home matches to 12 away matches. Find the ratio of home matches to away matches. So it plays, same thing, it plays home matches, home to away, and we said 25 to 12. Now in this case there's no similarity, there's no number that can divide both 25 and 12, so this will be our answer. So the answer is 25 to 12. If you write your answer as 25 to 12 or 25 to 12, you still get it correct. So this is correct, that is correct, and that here is correct. So you can choose whichever method you want to use. So let's talk about proportions. And a proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equivalent. That's how you define a proportion. Now, the general way proportions are written is as fractions. So if you write A over B, that's how you write proportions. But remember, if you divide a number by 0, you don't have an answer. So every time you must say that in every case, B is not equal to 0. Now, let's try and solve a few proportions. The first one is, you're told 11 over 6 is equal to x over 30. Told solve for x. See the x right there? Solve for x. There are various ways of going through this. We shall start with the first easiest way is to isolate x. Now to isolate x, I will look at what's happening here. Here x is being divided by 30, so I can multiply both sides by 30. So let me multiply this side by 30 and multiply this side by 30. Now if I multiply both sides by 30, if you multiply this 30, please do it by using your calculator. This multiplies 5 times, you get 55 this side. And then this side, this 30 cancels that, and you have x. So x is equal to 55, and you've solved for x. Quite easily done. There is another way of solving this. And the other way of solving this is I will take 11 divided by 6 equal x divided by 30. What I would do is I would cross multiply. So this multiplies that, and then this multiplies that. 30 times 11 is equal to 6 times x. 30 times 11 is equal to 6 times x. Then what do I do with x? Now x is multiplying 6. So the other way of isolating it is to divide this side by 6 and divide this side by 6. So do 30 times 11 and divide that by 6. 6 can divide this 5 times. 5 times 11 is 55. So x equal 55. And that is your answer. That's how you solve for proportions. What if I want to check my solution? Now 11 over 6 equal to 55 over 30. So how do I check this? I will put 55 right here. So 11 over 6 equal to 55 over 30. This I can, 55 and 6, what's common between 55 and 30? 35 can divide here 11 times, and 5 can divide here 6 times. So this 6 and that 6 are the same, and that 11 and that 11 are the same. That means that the answer is correct. So it checks out. Another example, let's say you're told x over 35 is equal to 4 over 7. So what do? I can use the first method is multiply both sides by the denominator of the variable. So this side are multiplied by 35, and this side also multiplies by 35. So these 35s cancel out. I have x by itself. And this side I have 7 times 5, that is 20. And you can try out this using your calculator. Just do 4 times 35 and then divide that by 7. So you get x equal to 30. And that is your answer, x equal to 20. Do we check it out? Let's check. How do you check? You put 20 in here. So you do 20. Let me see. You do 20 over 35 equal 4 over 7. What's common between 20 and 35? 5. 5 goes here 4 times and 5 goes here 7 times. So you have 4 over 7 is equal to 4 over 7. So it checks out. Good. Now the next one is, let's look at when you have something at the bottom, when you have a variable at the bottom now. Let's say you have 3 over x equal to 5 over 7. And in this case, because this has a 3, I'll not multiply both sides by 3 or by x. Instead, I'll use the cross multiplication. I'll use cross multiplication. So what do? I'll do this and that. So 3 times 7 equal to 5 times x. So 5x equal to 21. Now, how do you get x by itself? Isolate it by dividing this side by 5, because 5 times x, then you divide by 5 and divide by 5. So x is equal to, and 21 divided by 5 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Remember, 10. 2. 4.2. So with this, I think you're ready to look at problems involving proportions.